I'm with Treasury Minister Eddie Teare and we're talking about the 2014-15 budget. Can I ask you first of all, Mr Teare, you say that this is a budget for jobs and workers. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, what we've done is we've increased the personal allowance for the first time for quite a few years. We recognise that with the changes to the taxation system which have occurred over the last 4 or 5 years, this is a sector of the community that we need to have a look at, and I feel that by doing this now we have recognised that there's a section of our community which needs a little bit more support.
And that's working families, isn't it? You just say they're bearing the brunt of what we're going through.
Well, they're bearing the brunt because over the last 5 years pensions have gone up, and the state pension scheme has gone up by 22%, whereas the amount that the average worker has received increases in their pay has gone up by less than half that amount. So we thought it only fair that we had a look at the effects of government rebalancing right across the community, and this is one sector of the community that we are now working towards and dealing with.
Now, there have been criticisms of a bloated government in itself. What are you doing to put your own house in order in that respect?
We've actually reduced the number of jobs in government by 600. The number of posts has gone down by slightly less than that, and we are currently at 100 employees ahead in terms of reductions where we thought we'd be at this time last year. So we are on target for the rebalancing, and we're ahead of target in terms of reducing our headcount.
But we still do have a civil service, don't we, which has about 7,500 people. Is that too many? Do you have a target figure you'd like to get down to?
I haven't necessarily got a target figure, but in that 7,500, there's over 5,000 who are employed by health, education, social care, fire, and all the other so-called frontline services that we value. So that the area that we have to reduce our headcount is only quite small. It's about a third of our population. So it's not as easy as people think. They say, well, you've got nearly 8,000 people here, let's take 10% out. But when you think of where the axe would actually fall, it would be a big percentage on a small number.
What are you doing to meet the challenges of our ageing population? We're looking at increased pensions and a stronger burden on health and social services.
What we're looking at now is we've undertaken some research to see exactly what we're paying out at the moment. We got that hard data. But one of the interesting facts that's come out, Joanne, is that if we had have had the same claims experience as the UK in terms of benefits over the last 10 years, we'd be paying out nearly £14 million a year less. So there's something different there. We need to have a look at it. We also have to have a close look at so-called universal benefits, which are paid to everybody regardless of their income. So we need to drill down and make sure that the limited resources that the government has are targeted in the most appropriate areas, the most vulnerable areas. Now, we will be introducing a fiscal strategy. We'll be consulting on that with the public and with our Tynwald colleagues. But that's a big job, and we think that we should be finished that work in about 12 months' time.
In terms of benefits, you're saving £1 million with the reduction in child benefit. You're saving £1 million by reducing the Christmas bonus. What changes are ahead there? Are we looking at more means testing with benefits?
It will be. I don't think we have any alternative now, because we've already said that we're going to means test. We will be means testing from the 1st of April child benefit. Leading on from that, we'll be having a look at housing, people's ability to pay for the housing, which is another form of means testing, and the other benefits we have too. We need to focus them more accurately as opposed to a broad brush.
Now, we've lost £200 million, you say, per year in VAT revenue since 2009, and you also say that we need VAT revenue certainty. It accounts for 44% of our income. How are you going to achieve that?
We're currently undertaking a data collection exercise, and I must thank those people who have participated. Just under 1,000 households agreed to participate. So we're currently collating all the data, which is no mean feat in itself. when we've got all the information, we'll then be negotiating with the UK on our share of the cake, as it were. We hope to have that done round about the middle of this year. So it's a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of time, but it's worthwhile.